Johnny Depp. This one's fascinating. Johnny Depp. Let's get that out of the way. Amber Heard supporters bombarded with misogynistic hate from Johnny Depp fans. I had that thing in the way there. So we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and some people weren't fans of the fact that they think that people are going after Amber Heard, people who actually support Amber Heard, which is not the most. I think my favorite meme that I saw today that Lydia sent me, it says, which Amber Heard are you today? And it's 9 different faces of her.
Can you please send me that later? That's funny.
Yeah, so it's like, which Amber Heard are you today? And then I posted another one today. It's like Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow and Amber Heard in the back as Mira. And it says, Pirates of the Caribbean and the escape from the crazy bitch from Atlantis. Like it's absolutely
I'm just
glorious.
tired of seeing both of their faces.
Touché.
At this point.
Yeah.
Not a fan?
Not a fan of
the whole thing?
I mean, the memes are fine. It's just the whole thing is getting old.
It's
like,
becoming farcical.
Yeah. It's going on too long. Let's just settle this thing now.
So it says, in a disturbing case of life imitating true crime TV, Amber Heard supporters have alleged harassment and threats from Johnny Depp fans on social media. Oh no! Since April, the embattled ex-couple, who have made headlines all the way back to 2016 during their initial split, has divided millions as a jury decides whether Heard, 36, and the defamed Depp, 58, when she signed a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post, which appeared to accuse her former love of domestic abuse. An article that she did not write, if I remember correctly, and the ACLU lawyer basically wrote
Shout
it.
out to the ghostwriter.
Yes, that's a good Joe Schmo 32.
Written by committee,
Yep.
as you say you hate so much.
Yes. Yeah, I hate movies written by committee. Hit piece news articles trashing your former husband. That's even worse.
Yeah, and it was billed as an op-ed, right?
Yeah.
It's not an op.
It's like the opposite of an op-ed. It's like somebody else is
running an op.
Right.
It's a psy-op-ed.
To it. You beat me to it.
Now, with both sides having
you.
testified, although Heard's defense remains ongoing, rapt viewers are publicly throwing their support behind one or the other using the hashtags I stand with Johnny Depp or I stand with Amber Heard. And while one can't predict who will prevail in court, some believe it's Depp who's winning on the social media campaign. I really do believe that is the ultimate truth here, is that his career will rebound at least slightly because of the way the public,
because it's all
influence is
about
gone.
attention, not money.
For him, it is, absolutely. As tagged videos with Pirates of the Caribbean star are currently pulling in 12 billion views on TikTok alone. So really the winner is whoever the hell owns the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, which I don't remember if that's Paramount, or maybe somebody can leave that in the comments. I don't remember who.
Disney.
Is it? Oh, no, it's Disney. What the hell am I talking about?
Disney,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You call yourself a pop culture host.
That was a crisis.
Wait for the hate coming.
That was my
comments to
own
come
crisis
flying
right
in
there,
right
not
now.
remembering that, because they're moving forward with that film, and they're going to do the Margot Robbie version because that's what people want.
that's exactly what I wanted.
She could play a different pirate queen, maybe, but if they make her like Janny Depp, that would be...
Jenny Depp.
Jenny... Captain Jane Sparrow. That's what it'll be. It'll be Captain Jane.
good.
God help us. That vocal support also reared its impolite head as the hallowed legal halls of Fairfax, Virginia, where a gaggle of female fans have gathered for Depp. Reported Law and Crime's Jesse Weber's via Mediaite. So this makes me think of the weird chicks who go and like love serial killers and go like outside their trials.
That's what I wrote down in my notes.
Yeah, that's what it made me think about, the women who
I
are
mean,
like,
it's a little less embarrassing for them.
Yes.
That.
slightly less.
Right. Unless he really is a crazy abuser.
Him and Armie Hammer can start a club after this.
Yeah.
Someone's going to marry him.
Depp and Hammer. That's what it'll be called.
Perfect.
The vocal support. Okay,
I hate everything.
It's a majority women, Weber said. When Heard was testifying, I overheard a lot of people snickering, making snide comments, and laughing. In fact, I observed one of the court officers telling them to quiet down to show respect to the witness on the stand. So it's like, this is very like, pardon me, but very female to me to be like, they're like being mean to her because they just like, and the other observation that you made today that I was thinking about yesterday.
Oh, and I've been dying to talk about it.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead? Because it literally mirrored exactly what I was thinking, but couldn't put into words.
I was like doing my laundry last night, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is it. So like, basically, men have so much pent up rage against women that they're not allowed to express,
Because
that they're
the
not
way-
even allowed to express like a mild criticism that has nothing to do with whether or not you're a man or a woman. It's so socially unacceptable to criticize women now that like once this one woman who has been deemed acceptable to dunk on arises, they're just unleashing everything.
Because they can finally do it because they're not
And-
going to be given
Yeah,
hate for it.
even though it like doesn't totally make sense. Like yes, she's probably crazy and a bad person.
I think she's genuinely narcissistic and
Yes.
pretty evil.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, their opinions are just like they can do it now, so they're doing it. They don't actually care about the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that many people actually do care about the case. It's more of like kind of an expression of like all our repressed weird
Yes.
assumptions about like gender dynamics now.
Have we seen like actual like? I haven't seen actual posts of all the hate yet. Have you?
Oh, it's just bots with
right.
other bots.
So thank you. This is what I was saying.
it's just
a
another
few
bot
episodes
campaign,
ago.
obviously.
Like this is more evidence of the dead internet, and
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these bots, supposed misogynistic hate they're getting, is probably just algorithms that were pumped out by.
Do you want
Woman bots are getting misogynistic.
We've gotta stop the
hate
woman bots.
Can you do the viewers a favor and explain to them what the dead internet theory is?
Basically, I might get a little bit wrong, but like it's basically saying that the internet as we know it now is mostly run by bots and algorithms, and a lot of the interactions we have online are with fake spam accounts.
Yeah.
A lot of them, and I was thinking of Katy Perry actually, because I remember looking at one of her new songs like a while back on Twitter when she posted about it. Every comment was like fake. Clearly
Really?
fake, right? And I was like, "Oh, that's
How
weird."
do you know they're clearly fake though?
It's all like copied and pasted, like the same thing, or it was like the
Well,
same
if it's just,
phrase
like,
just reworded.
Love Harley's in Hawaii. Love you, Katy Perry.
It
like
was
I don't
oddly
know.
specific.
There
It was
was
oddly
Really?
specific. Like these were created by like a writer. You know, like it just seemed there was like
Huh.
thousands of them. They were very similar.
Well, and
And they're
now
all
right
fake.
now Elon is dealing with talking to Twitter
That was my
about
next
fake
point.
Highly
bots.
possible. Yeah.
And the other one I want to point out is that when they were like found out that like when they did the Oscars this year, I think I mentioned this before, for like they did like the fan Oscar, and all the celebrities were like, oh my God, you're equating us to peons on the internet, and they got
Right.
very mad that they did like a fan Oscar award, and Zack Snyder won for Army of Darkness because he couldn't win for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So a lot of people felt like because Zack Snyder has a very, very rabid fan base of people.
Right.
And they found out later that they think that a lot of those accounts were like done at odd times. There was a shenanigans with
Right.
it when they're not going to change it.
Like, and I think clearly there's a lot of us who are alive. As far as I know, we're alive and we're on the internet.
I'm not
and
sure actually.
I know we just live here. They turn us on.
I could be dead already. I have no idea.
but like the bots are an assault on reality.
Yes.
Because and like what you said with Elon, he's buying Twitter based on what it's worth, and if there's fraud involved in terms of how they sell advertising, based on these false like numbers they're getting and stats from like Katy Perry's things or Joe Biden having half fake followers,
Yeah.
right? Like they just announced that a day or two ago.
Yep.
So nothing I think on the internet is as real as they claim.
When you think about the importance attached to that number on your follower count that a lot of people have,
Right.
there is a lot of power there, an
Right.
insane amount of power that comes from that. People get advertising deals, they get brand support products that
That's
all
a
through.
whole career
Yeah.
that you can buy from some like Chinese bot website.
Right.
It sells
I mean,
you Instagram followers.
I imagine like a larger company does its due diligence in like
Sure,
making
yeah.
sure like there's like one of my guilty pleasures on Instagram is like people who is like dancers, like actual dancers who do like street dancing.
Oh yeah.
It is a guilty pleasure.
I know
of
they
mine.
have the crazy effects.
Yeah.
and the moves, yeah.
So it's like that's one of the things, and a lot of them have millions and millions of followers,
Yep.
and they get brand deals from shoe companies, and they get brand deals from Walmart and all this stuff. And that's like when you really think about what you can reach. When Batwoman pulls in about 450,000 people watching an episode, and some dancer on TikTok has 12 million followers,
Right.
where do you dump your money? You dump it into like it costs a lot less to buy the person on TikTok than it does to spend $8 million an episode making these crappy subpar CW shows.
They're propping up like false idols, through this.
Yeah.
And they're also propping up, they're sensationalizing hate, like what is going on here. I'm sure there's some people who are saying horrible things about both. So there's a link in here to the Insider article, which is trash, right? And like nothing I despise more is like a journalist who just surfs the dead internet, and they tweak it to make their sensationalized hate, even worse. And like when they talk about in the article, we received as the Insider magazine writer, we received 8 reports from Depp people or people from Heard's camp who received hate. There's no link to that. There's no names or anything. There's no quotes. So it's like
this one says one woman told the outlet she'd blocked 13,000 threatening Twitter users. Her hands must just be dead right now.
Fake.
Twitter users since the start.
5 block lists.
What do they like? They have block. They have block chains.
Yeah.
I don't know if you use the same blockchain for that anymore, but block bots that help you delete. Yes. There's people that I used to be blocked by on Twitter just because of other people that I followed. So then other people would block that person, and anybody that followed them would be blocked.
Well,
anybody who follows Ethan Van Sciver is blocked by
that's probably
half
how
the
she
industry.
blocked 13,000 people. But and if she did do that manually, you've got way too much time on your hands.
Arthritis now.
I'm sure that a lot of this back and forth is dead internet, and it is just bots arguing with each other and threatening each other, which is hilarious kind of. But that doesn't mean it doesn't control the perceptions of real people. Mm-hmm. So regardless of that being a factor, I do think that what we were saying, that we found a woman that we can dunk on safely. Right. A politically correct way to...
The bots know how to tweak that. Like, there's something there that exists, and I think they create bots to go make it worse. I also don't know if I agree fully on if it's like them going after her because it's just we're allowed to dunk on her now. It could also... It's probably that too, but it's also...
It's not really about her. It's about the fact that you can't criticize anybody else.
And I saw it as now they have an opportunity to rag on someone who created a false story. But maybe that's just looking too deep, and I'm projecting my own thoughts on these.
But that would be some kind of noble pursuit. Lying is wrong. I mean, really, it's just a reaction. It's an overreaction to not being able to criticize other women's behavior
without being called sexist, misogynist,
having it turned around on you.
Well, they have an in now. You're saying.
So it says, I stand with Amber Heard advocate Katie Diaz, who first voiced her support for the Aquaman alum on May 4th, claimed that she has since received hundreds of very disturbing and threatening messages from strangers hinting at a coordinated attack on women. Nobody probably ever used the phrase attack on women. That's unless they're saying that she said that. They're like, hey, let's
How
go.
is cyberbullying real?
Let's go have a coordinated attack on women. So it says, while hashtags are traditionally used to boost visibility for a particular cause, Depp's trolls have apparently co-opted the trend in a campaign to intimidate and undermine Heard supporters, according to Diaz and others who spoke to Insider. They suggested that men's rights... oh, man, they're bringing in the MRAs. They said that men's rights activists...
What year is it again?
Are behind it all. It's who you really are, mister, and they pull the mask back and it just says men's rights activists. But didn't the article just earlier say that it was women at the trial that were deriding Amber Heard?
That's strange.
So it says they suggested that men's rights activists are behind it all, possibly because they may believe that men can't be victims of domestic abuse.
Women can be men's rights activists. Right?
No. Well,
Mary said,
here's a very good question.
Can men be feminists?
No, I was gonna say here's a very good question. If you are to never ever trust a male feminist, which you should never ever do, do you really trust a female men's rights
MRA.
activist? It's kind
as
of like
a man, I would say yes.
So that's a very good question. Somebody will have to pose that to somebody far smarter than the three of us.
Let's take it to the streets, guys.
Do on the streets interviews about that. That'd be fantastic. And she says, none of us have said that men can't be victims, Diaz reassured. However, it is still vastly men who are the abusers, she added. While women are reportedly more often victimized by men, and then they point out here, it's that's because of the stigma of men reporting being abused, you're looked down upon for doing so. And Amber Heard kind of proved that when she said, so this lady says that, and then she fails to realize that Amber Heard literally said, go ahead and tell people that you're a victim of domestic abuse and see who believes you.
Literally gang stalking.
Which is like,
no one's going to believe you.
So she, like, Amber, and that's not up for debate. That was on tape that was said. So this lady has no idea what she's, at the very least is her brain should be in far greater conflict than it is with her values. And that is hilarious to me. It says all Amber's moves on the stand are being dissected, and the victim blaming going on right now means that if she cries, she's acting, and if she doesn't cry, then she wasn't abused, said Sarah, who withheld her surname in the interest of privacy. I mean, sure, I guess, but it's very clear that she is an abuser. So whether, whatever your context is for the rest of that story, the accusations against Depp, whether true or not, means that they're both, there is no one version of this where she is just the victim. She is either both a victim and an abuser, or she is just an abuser. We can't prove what happened to Depp. We know for sure that she's admitted to what happened to him on camera, and there are witnesses. So that is, I take problem with that intellectually. So. Was there any super chats there, Mary?
Yeah, we had "This isn't the wholesome future for Canadians" say, "This money isn't me simping for Mary." We believe you.
I don't know if I believe you. I don't think I believe you.
As I saw her fanning herself with the cash.
She was literally fanning herself with the money that you sent. That is that is what that was. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.